Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. This is your weekly love reading from me. It's for wherever you have Leo in your chart. It is a general love reading for the collective, so it may not resonate with every Leo out there. Please hit the subscription button because I do have some free readings to give away, personal readings to give away. So just make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on those, okay? I've done the pre-shuffle. I'm sure if you're not new to this channel, you know that I like to do that away from the camera. One, it takes too long for me to do it, and I appreciate you're very busy. And the second reason, it's very private. However, I did do it with a Friday the 13th fun element in it, and just to give you a Friday the 13th message to start, okay? So the message I had for you, the imagery I had was that you're feeling like a bit of a fish out of water, basically. A little bit out of your comfort zone. Possibly you've started something new. You know, it could be a new hobby, could be a new course in education, could be a new job, could be a new relationship, but there was an element of something new. But it's caused a little bit of, not that you're not maybe enjoying it or anything, but it's caused you to sort of almost wake up, because usually you have just coasted along with something. Sorry, I'm distracted over there because my dog's just opened the door. Get here and sit down. Come here. Sit down. Now just sit quietly. He's just off camera. I don't know if you can see him or not. But it's caused you to maybe have to repeat something. Maybe you've done something once and then you've had to go back and re-look at it again. Possibly there may have been some conflict with that. Maybe you didn't feel like that you had to. I sort of got the impression that possibly you've done something and needed to reevaluate it, to have another look at it, and have had to redo it for some reason, or have another go at it. I mean, this could be anything. It could be taking an exam. It could be doing your driving test. It could be making something. It could be making a craft card or a seasonal sort of holiday card for someone. It's something. It's like coming back around and looking at something again. It could be more prolific. It could be the fact that you just started dating someone and you all of a sudden are beginning to look at them in a slightly different way, whether that's negative or positive. I suggest it's positive in the fact that it gives you another opportunity to have another go and do something a little bit better. In the pre-shuffle message, things were also coming out with the home, for the fact that either you're trying to make it more comfortable, or possibly you may even be thinking or contemplating about moving at some point in the future, whenever that future is going to allow you to do it. It could be something also that maybe you're thinking about just redecorating or something, or possibly even merging two homes together with you and your person. But there was something centered around, definitely around the home. Okay, so they are my Friday the 13th messages for you, which came out in the pre-shuffle. There was an element of discomfort with feeling a bit like a fish out of water, but I don't necessarily see it as a negative thing. I just see it as an opportunity for you to do something again. And this message is not an unusual one at this particular time in the astrological chart. On the 4th of November, Mercury went direct, and what is happening with the direct is that it causes what we call the shadow period until about the 20th of November. Now, Friday the 13th being in that shadow period, sometimes it's more difficult than actually Mercury retrograde, the shadow period itself, because all those things that sort of came up for us within Mercury retrograde, with, you know, if you've looked at any of my other videos, you would have heard me saying that Mercury is the ruler of our community, our community being our neighbours, our friends, our family, the people in our immediate circle. It's also the ruler of short distance travel and education. And when it's retrograde, things tend to arise within those areas of our life. Okay, now the home life came up for you in the pre-shuffle message, with feeling a bit like a fish out of water. Mercury retrograde notoriously brings something back. Although we are now in direct retrograde from the 4th of November, the shadow period going to the 20th of November sometimes is more difficult in certain aspects than the retrograde itself. Usually for one aspect. Mercury retrograde normally sort of, the TV breaks down and the car won't start, and then the computer crashes and the Wi-Fi goes down, and then our neighbour decides to be annoyed with us about something. That's what Mercury retrograde energy sort of looks like. But with the shadow period, sometimes it's just highlighting or bringing back one aspect of something. This is why I sort of like said, you're getting an opportunity also to have another go at something. Maybe it's having another go at a relationship, or having another go at strengthening a relationship with someone. You will know, Leo, you will know what it is for you, because this is a general reading. If this was a personal reading, you would be able to ask the tarot questions and I would be able to clarify and give way more accuracy with this, okay? So this is just a general, energy. While I was giving you that pre-shuffle energy message, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit late with the readings this week. It's just I feel like I'm going through a spiritual ascension process, which was triggered by the death of my grandfather in the middle of September. It's very sad, but he was 95 and I feel very privileged to have had him in my life. However, that has triggered some kind of spiritual evolution for me, because I feel like I've lost one of the biggest teachers in my life. So I'm slightly, especially with the Halloween energy and the fact I'm very ritualistic around this time, it's sort of brought my energy down, and rather than throw out just any old reading, I'm slightly late with them, so I hope you do forgive me for that. I've put the tarot down now, so I'm going to look at the tarot for you. I'm going to say you and your person, or person that's coming into your energy. If I've got it the wrong way around, please feel free to shift, to switch the roles as you see fit. And also with the pronouns he and she, I'm reading the energy. For the ease of the conversation, I say he and she. You just insert the correct gender, okay? Okay, for you, we've got the Fool, we've got the Emperor in reverse, and we've got the Five of Swords. This comes back again to saying that you are having another go at something, because this is in the Golden Dawn Tarot, okay? This is the 0 card, and in the Golden Dawn Tarot, if you lay all the cards out from 1 to 78, you can see the Fool going on this amazing journey. Okay, so this is the card of new beginnings and forward movement here. And this comes back again to the pre-shuffle message of the fact that possibly, you're getting another go at something, or you're beginning something that is new to you. We've got the Emperor in reverse here. I'm suggesting this is in your energy. Normally when the Emperor is in upright position, this is a fantastic card, regardless of gender. We can apply this to the masculine and the feminine, and we're reading the energy. But the Emperor, the Emperor is really at the top of his game. He knows exactly what it is that he's doing. He knows how to talk to people, how to hustle people, how to get people on his side, how to get them working in cooperation and so on. But with it coming out in reverse, Leo, I feel that this comes back to what I said in the pre-shuffle. I really feel like you're going to have to change tactics with your communication style. And the reason I say that is because the Five of Swords is here. This being air energy, but also the swords of communication, with 5 not being a particularly positive card here. So I'm suggesting that it's going to be necessary for you to alter your style of communication. Now, Mercury affects communication, and remember what I said about the shadow period. So your Friday the 13th message was very prolific in the fact that you're going to have another go at something. Maybe it's clarifying something, or maybe it's putting your message into more of a clearer context. This is a love reading, so perhaps you want to convey something to your loved one. Maybe it didn't come out right the first time, but maybe you can have another go at saying this. I'm suggesting it never came out right the first time because we've got the Seven of Wands here. This is a conflict. This is a card of conflict here, where you were at loggerheads with someone. But it's also a card of action, but it's a card of not really doing the right thing. This sort of goes back, this very much goes back to the pre-shuffle energy message that I was delivering to you earlier. We've got the High Priest here in this deck. This one is the High Priest, and we've got the Star. There's an element of wishing for things to work out. There's an element of working hard here to balance things out, but also feeling. Remember I said I got the imagery of feeling a bit like a fish out of water. This was in the pre-shuffle. This is almost the card of, if you keep, you can see that if you keep pouring the cups into the river, then eventually the fish won't be out of water. Eventually there will be a beautiful pond to swim in. This in this reading is an element of working incredibly hard, but wishing for some kind of positive outcome, because we've got the High Priest here. This is sort of living on a prayer energy. This is living on a prayer, hoping that whatever it is that's going on in your life, that it's got the ability to work out. I need to get a little bit of clarification here. I'm going to get some clarification for the Seven of Wands. I'm going to get some clarification for the High Priest and for the Star, because the first three cards are just a small historical context, looking at some of the recent past energies, but we really want to focus on what's going on in the here and the now, and we really want to focus on what's going to go on in the future. Those came absolutely flying out, and they landed on my knee, so I'm going to take them. Okay, right, clarifying the Seven of Swords and the High Priest. First of all, we've got the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So we've got a conflict going on between you and your loved one. Okay, we've got a conflict. We've got the Ten of Cups here, which tells me, this is the card of love. This is the card of having, deep down rooted emotion and love for someone. But with this Nine of Wands, this Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands here, the conflict is only escalating. Possibly they're not seeing your point of view, or they are resisting some kind of advances that you are making towards them. Maybe you want to move closer to them, and they're putting up some kind of resistance. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. The Queen of Swords here is quite a cool energy. Remember I just said, perhaps you're making advances to someone and they're sort of backing off, or they're blocking it slightly. This Queen of Swords here, good air energy, is someone that sits back and is incredibly analytical. They're quite cool and calm, and they don't do anything too rash. They like to sit back and have a real good think about it. We've got the Four of Swords here, which is a blocking energy. Look at the way this is. This is sort of almost like in this card, it almost looks like two gates that are closed. You could almost put a little handle on both of those there before, where you'd have to really pull the handle down and open them up, and probably get cut on the way back through. There's a block here. I think that you're wishing for it not to be this way. There's three cards here that are related very much to spirituality in my world here. We've got the High Priest with the Star, with the Four of Wands. Possibly there's going to be a new beginning with this person, but remember I said in the pre-shuffle that there was an element of coming back around and having another go at something. I just feel that if you're going to have another go at something, that you and your person are going to be slightly elevated in the vibration of how it is that you do it. Or there's a need for an uplifting vibration here. Look at this. We've got the Nine of Wands. You know, we've got the Nine of Wands. We've got a lot of wand energy here, which is blocking. You know, we've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands here, and we've also got the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands has come out twice. You know, when you see a card in two different decks, Leo, coming out, it's sort of confirming the message again. I think you want a reconciliation with this person, or you want to smooth things out. If you're not, you know, this could just be that you've had a bit of a tiff or something, but you definitely want to smooth things out. I see this as being quite a, you know, a conflict that's going on and on and on a little bit. Your person has got the King of Pentacles energy. They're not in any rush. This is good old-fashioned earth energy. Their feet are planted on the floor. They're sitting in the chair, holding on to the pentacle, and sitting very regally. There's not much action or communication coming from them. In fact, there's not much effort at all to resolve anything that's going on at all. Okay, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got, I think this is the Ace, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Cups here. There's potential for a new beginning, or to open communication. Can you see? Look at the imagery in this card. Can you see this? The meaning in this card is the fact that there's an opportunity here to actually change the energy slightly, and it's almost a card of alchemy. It's almost taking you know, at the basic level, this is taking a broken situation and having an opportunity to fix it, or this is taking a relationship that possibly is made from silver and turning it into gold. You know, it's a case of, remember I said earlier that there's with these cards here, the High Priest, the Star, and the Four of Wands. Sorry, am I doing that too fast, Leo? Sorry, I do move them quite fast. But you remember I mentioned these cards earlier. There's an element of needing to elevate here. It's not so much filling the pond with emotion and love, you know, so that you don't feel like this fish out of water, that message I gave you in the pre-shuffle. It's not about that. The emotion and love is there because we've got the Two of Cups here. But it's about raising the vibration so that you don't have to. When you raise your vibration and you have this element of positivity, and I'm thinking that perhaps this also applies more to your person about the vibrational level, that there's an element of needing, I think this is more in your person's energy actually, that they need to raise their own vibration so that you don't have to keep pouring the cup of love and filling the pond. Does that make sense, Leo? You know, because it's sort of like a constant extraction almost from their part. There is an element of mirroring here in the style of some of the attitudes, you know, or some of the way that you express yourself, you know. Perhaps there needs to be some kind of conscious effort on your part with this Four of Wands energy to actually bring about a complete new start with this person. if you want to. I think you do. I think you do want to bring this person back around, but I think you want to bring them back around in the correct way, you know, in a slightly less negative, possibly toxic way. I do see the fact that they extract an awful lot of emotion out of you, and perhaps this has been one of the reasons why I said that you felt like a bit of a fish out of water in the pre-shuffle message. I did see an option of two paths in the pre-shuffle message also, that there would be a decision to make at some point, and I'm going to clarify that as also a Friday the 13th message. And I'm just going to pull 3 cards here just to close this out. Interesting, because this is, oh wow, I can't even make this up, Leo. I can't make this up. Okay, let's just put this into perspective here. The Four of Wands, the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. This is your person's energy, the King of Pentacles. Remember I said that your person seems to be taking a lot of your energy from you. Look at the way that they are sort of connected here. You know, this is also a card of being connected to the energy. This is from an emotional point of view. This is a card of action here. Look at the differences. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way around. Look at the differences in the King of Pentacles here. They're still holding on to this. Could even be a grudge. You know, they're holding on to something, and it's a lower vibration than what you are, is what I'm suggesting. However, there is a possibility of a new start here with this Ace of Cups. You know, when the grain of sand's at exhausting one end, you know, we turn it around and we get a new beginning. This is very much this energy here with this Four of Wands. Remember I said that potentially there's a new start coming, but it has to come from you. And it almost has to come from forcing your person to, in a way, to elevate themselves. It may come with a lesson for them. Four of Wands twice, remember. I'm closing this out with an oracle card, and I wanted to close this out with the last 3, but it's not possible with all these repeating energies here, because it's just, all it is just doubling up the message. But this message is quite heavy, and I just want to end it on a, I'm being told this one. Okay. You are good enough. Remember in the pre-shuffle I said that that maybe you would have to redo something. When we redo something, Leo, it's not because we failed. Just always look at it like it's an opportunity to expand our knowledge, or to expand our skill set, or to really hone and become really good at something. And that can just be as simple as how you communicate with your person, or how it is that you handle certain situations. But remember in the beginning I said that with the Mars energy, I felt like you were going to have to change tactics with someone about how you communicate with them. That's very much this energy that I'm picking up. But just don't doubt yourself, because this oracle card says you are good enough. This oracle card is an affirmation that you should internalise, to say that you can do it. It may be slightly uncomfortable with the fish out of water symbolism that I was getting, because a fish can't breathe out of water, you know, but it can live for a certain amount of time before it goes back in. But there's an element of discomfort, but it's self-belief that will get you through it. Leo, thank you so much for stopping by today. It means a lot to me. I love the Leos, and I've had some wonderful comments from you. Thank you so much for reaching out and connecting to me. It does mean a lot to me, and hopefully you'll be with me to see the channel grow from the beginning. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.